The idea for The Source was to take really a vacant and underutilized building in an area that's burgeoning but still kind of on the wrong side of the tracks, and create a public place and build a public market, but a new generation public market. So a place that highlighted kind of this generation, which is reclaiming craftsmanship and artisanship and people who are really making things. And there are a number of those people in the metro area just, I don't know, doing really interesting kind of production, and especially around food. So our goal was to really find some of those people doing the best things in the region and co-locate them in one building so that they got the benefit of the critical mass of all the other vendors around them.
I was the first tenant to open in the building, and also I think the first person to sign on lease-wise with the Zeppelins. And my history really is that they approached me shortly after opening my first location outside of Boulder, and asked if I was interested in hearing about this new project they were doing in Denver, close to where the taxi area was. And I didn't really know much about taxi at the time. I live in Boulder. So, and I was also incredibly overwhelmed with opening my own first restaurant. This has really been an incredible experience, occupied much of my time, as you can imagine, and the space is so much more incredible than I would have ever dreamed, and 3 times as busy.
Really, the Source's role, what I see it as, is a new idea for retail that's drawing on some very traditional concepts of one business creating a flow of people, building up that critical mass that really benefits all the businesses.
And people really want to see how, kind of these different things are made. So having a coffee roaster on site and really having that roasting function pushed up far in the space so that you could see what that craft actually looks like and smells like. And you can sit there and have an espresso and really see them roasting, the next batch of coffee. And we've got a whole animal butcher and just a number of other kind of really accomplished people that have devoted their lives to something. So the idea of highlighting those best things that the region has to offer, and doing so in a building that really has been kind of abandoned and disused for most of its life, and in a pretty gritty neighborhood. So just kind of a unique opportunity in that way.
From day one, it's been an amazing success. Busy success dollars-wise, success building relationships with other people in the building, with the Zeppelins themselves, and I think being a part of, as an anchor in the neighborhood, for what is an incredible opportunity for revitalization in the Rhino area.
You walk into a kind of bombed out 1880s iron foundry and you see all this graffiti that's left over from its previous life, but there are people, there's so much energy and people are actively making things. And I think that's really kind of spilled out throughout the district. And now you have Great Divide actively under construction on a $38 million brewery across the street, and Industry opened phase 1 not too long ago, just a few blocks away. And there are just a number of other projects in the works kind of in the immediate vicinity.
Many of the folks that are in the building also have businesses in Boulder, the same business, and so it felt a little bit like coming home or bringing a piece of home to this part of Denver.
Rhino, in a lot of ways, is providing that opportunity to get outside of what's typical throughout the city, throughout the region, and be able to test new ideas.